Xenos constructs detected. Prepare positions. Destroyer-type enemy inbound. In the name of the throne. Adversary. Honor dictates you be allowed to withdraw. Before my legions destroy you. We never yield. For the Emperor!
This is Warzone Morloc.
Welcome back to Warzone Morloc 40k. Go on, chuck it. Chuck the
gang signs.
There we go. The best Warhammer 40,000 channel that you've never heard of. Today we're welcoming back Posh Nick into the Warzone. Rapturous applause, sound effects coming in. Today we are playing a game of the Necrons with the newly buffed core units and from the FAQ that we've all seen and loved against the mighty Custodian Guard of old.
Who've still got an 8th edition codex. We're waiting for the next one to come along next year, but it's going to be in the new year apparently, unfortunately.
It's been pushed back, it's a shame, but we thought the models are too good. The army's still pretty tasty, and Nick's got a wonderful looking set of models to take part today. But before we do that, you have to subscribe to this channel. We are at 9,000 and nearly 9,200. If we get to 10,000, there will be a gargantuan giveaway, the likes of which you've seen loads of places elsewhere. But there's loads of cool stuff. I've got a Catachan General,
yes.
I've got a Uriel Ventress, I've got loads of stuff I will chuck at you. All you have to do is be a subscriber, so check it out. Welcome back, Posh Nick.
Thank you very much. Lovely to be back.
Excellent.
In the shed.
In the shed.
The new and improved shed with the pretty mouldy background, which
We
is
love
actually
it.
mould.
It is confirmed it's mould. It's not artwork, it is mould. It's life-threatening. We are playing a fantastic game here with models that you can get from where?
I've heard it might be from Triple Helix Wargames.
Triple Helix Wargames!
Triple Helix Wargames.
So good, we mentioned it 3 times. Check out Triple Helix Wargames for all of your discounted Warhammer 40,000 other hobbying needs at discount prices. It's fantastic. But for now, what mission are we playing today, Posh Nick?
Today we're playing Divide and Conquer, which is one of the original ones.
It's from the main rulebook.
It is a main rulebook, it is indeed. It's got a setup board that looks very much like this, which on your screens will probably be tiny, but look, we can see it, it's fine. Basically, it's nice and simple. There are 4 primary objectives in a cross in the centre of the board. The primary objectives, it's going to be a take and hold manoeuvre. It's progressive, so controlling 1 or more objective marker gets you 5 points, 2 or more gets you another 5 points, and more than your opponent gets you another 5 points.
We're delving into the old matched play mission.
We are indeed.
So we're taking secondaries today.
We are.
So check this out. Custodes versus Necrons. Let's do it.
Let's get it on. Here we have 1,000 points of Custodians from the Dread Host. The leader at the front there is Captain Samus. He's a shield captain on Dawn Eagle jet bike. He's got a salvo launcher on the front. His warlord trait is Superior Creation, which means he gets a 5+ feel no pain. He's riding the relic jet bike, the Aura Aquilus, which gives him a 3+ invulnerable save and reroll to his charges. And I've paid a CP to give him an upgrade of Captain Commander, which means that every turn he gets to reroll, every stratagem he can reroll for a 5+ try and get the command point back.
Oh.
On the right there we've got 3 Custodian Guard, all 3 of them with Misericordias, and so I should point out everyone in this army has got a Misericordia, which is like an extra power sword attack basically. On the left we've got 3 Alaris Custodians with their Castellan axes, also with the Misericordias. At the back we've got 3 Virtus Praetors with Misericordias, and they've got Hurricane Bolters on the front. And finally, at the back there, we've got a Contemptor Galatus, I just love, with his sword and shield. He's had an extra CP paid on him to be an Eternal Penitent, which means he gets an extra attack and a reroll to all his charges as well. So that is 990 points, in fact, of Custodes goodness.
This is my 1,000 points of Custom Dynasty Necrons. I'm going to be Eternal Conquering today, meaning everything in the army is obsec. The first time I've actually played without any sort of warriors, so I think it's important that I do actually have some stuff that can score. And the other one will be the 6-inch move, Relentlessly Expansionist custom trait. My Warlord today is going to be the Catacomb Command Barge. The Warlord trait is going to be Thrall of the Silent King, which gives you an extra 3 inches to that all-important My Will Be Done, which can now benefit those tasty boys at the back and the front. Everything that is core, which is destroyers now, which is so awesome. Talking of destroyers, I'll be rocking 2 units of 5. One's there, the old school style, and there. And I'll have 2 single units of the Locust Heavy Destroyers with the single punchy gun. Can't remember the name of it. The other HQ choice I've got is a Technomancer who can bring one of these bad boys back to life at the beginning of a turn and roll for D3 wounds to be returned on another. So potentially could bring back 2 destroyers. And the other units are 2 screening units of Scarabs. And being OBSEC might play into my secondaries that I'm going to choose. Check this out, Warhammer merch store, representing the NECRONS. Let's have a look how we have deployed. Looking at the table, it is an incursion game, so we're playing on a much smaller board size. To explain the terrain, naturally, obscuring, and the 2 smaller pieces provide light and dense cover and are scalable and all the rest of it. So,
etc.
Welcome back to the Warzone, Posh Nick!
Thank you very much, glad to be here.
Let's have a look.
This is a really small board, we're really close to each other, and those destroyers are disgusting.
They are.
So many of those destroyers.
Hopefully they will destroy you. Now looking at the deployment zones, we've got 4 objectives here. For the purpose of my secondaries, or the mission secondaries, these are 2 of the A ones, worth more points. These 2 are the B ones, worth slightly less points, but still good points.
And you have to hold both Bs or both As to be able to get the secondary lines of demarcation.
Absolutely. So, here we go. Scarabs have deployed there. 1 pack of destroyers here, ready to receive the Lord's will. Another pack of Scarabs there. Destroyers, and I've got 2 heavy destroyers lined up behind the obscuring. And on your side, Nick, how have you deployed?
It's really very simple. So I've spent an extra CP, so I've spent 3 CP of my 6, so I've not got much left now, to put my Galatus Contemptor into Teleport Reserve with From Golden Light They Come, and the Terminators are allowed to do that anyway. Yeah. Meanwhile, we've got the Custodian Guard tucked away inside that cover, and we've got behind, obviously, the obscuring terrain, we've got the Virtus Praetors and Captain Samus himself at the back there. So everyone's being very concerned about being shot by those destroyers. Is pretty much the theme I'm going for at the moment.
And now, we're going to roll off to see who gets first turn, are we not?
I think
you win.
I do it.
So it will be you going first.
I really didn't want it to be.
Oh, did you not? Really?
No.
Oh, coward.
No.
But I have my Relentlessly Expansionist 6-inch pre-game move.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So let's start that. Here's my command protocols going forward. Keeping it secret from Nick. So in my Relentlessly Expansionist pre-game move, I've just pushed everything up 6 inches. So the Scarabs have run forward, the Destroyers have run forward, and those guys over there run forward as well. These guys are probably going to hold back and make use of the terrain in case they have to scramble forward also later on. Because otherwise they'd be in the open. So it's Posh Nick turn 1 for the Custodes.
This is the worst.
Such as it was. Tell us of your cowardly actions.
This is not very Custody-like, although I am really quite the strategic planner, so the Custodies apparently are. Basically, I'm not going to do anything this first turn.
No, you didn't want first turn, did you?
I did not want first turn at all. Essentially, anywhere, I've measured it all out, anywhere I go, my Hurricane Bolters will get some shots off, but I won't be getting into half range or barely into half range with a few of them to get the extra rapid fire shots.
Sure.
But I'm going to get torn to pieces by the Destroyers next turn. I'm happy to let you, because then you need to get the objectives.
Yeah, I've got to push hard to score my secondary points.
And this first turn, I'm going to have to accept the fact that if I want to have units that are going to be able to do something next turn, I'm not going to be able to push this turn. It's going to be a gentle first turn.
So nothing for the Golden Boys so far. They're sitting with the Emperor's bravery behind
golden light
behind the ruins.
They're sunning themselves, if anything. Yeah. They're quite content.
Golden light.
The Custodian Guard are already sitting on one objective, so I've already got one with you. I know you're going to come in on the next turn and get the other objectives, but At least next turn I can start to move my army forward. But right now, all I'm going to do is sacrifice potentially my Virtus Praetors, and I need those jet bikes alive.
Okay, so all you did really is gain a command point.
Literally, gain a command point. So back at 4, and that's most of my first turn.
Alright, Necrons, turn 1. Some incredible advanced moves from the Scarabs. Pushing on to the objective over here. Yeah.
Bit more moving than I did.
Yeah, a little bit more moving than the Custodes. Those guys as well, they've pushed up and advanced, securing that objective over there. The destroyers have pushed up. One lot is hiding behind the obscuring terrain. One lot is fronting up along with the Technomancer should any die. I have moved one of my heavy Locust destroyers over here. My will be done did go off on the destroyers. Hooray for that, because they're now core, which meant that they can hit on 3s. Although nothing could shoot, it's just nice to get a little bit of extra. Speaking of shooting, one of the destroyers took a wound off a jet bike.
Took 2 wounds, in fact, but I had to CP to make sure that you wouldn't actually.
That's right.
I've done some. I couldn't lose it by that quickly.
Yeah, I did mention. I forgot to mention at the start of the game, I did spend 2 CP for Hand of the Pharaoh, which means my Overlord can basically dish out 2 lots of my will be done, and with 2 big packs of destroyers, I think that's 2 command points well spent.
Very well spent.
Because it will save me ultimately re-rolling dice to hit.
And essentially, I've given you that board control first things.
Yeah, I think
now it's my turn to see if I can get you off.
Well, how many points do I score for my secondary?
You've done lines of demarcation. You've got 4 because you've got
I've
Scarabs. You managed to do a brilliant advance to get close enough to this, and you've got the 2A markers.
Obviously, Slay the Warlord's going to be a little bit tougher, but I do quite fancy it. I do fancy it, Nick. I'm going to cut him down like a dog. Let's see what happens. If you choose to move any of your models in turn 2, let me know.
I'm just going to stay there till turn 4. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll catch up with Nick in turn 5. Do it.
There's a few more things happening this turn.
Did you move this turn?
This turn.
That's great.
I was very brave.
That's great. Let's see what you
I wore my big boy pants today, and I put them on, and I got really brave. The little Custodes who could have turned up on the board. So we've got initially the Custodian Guard have come out to sit on this objective. Everything in the Custodian army, I should point out, apart from the Dreadnought, is objective secured just automatically, which is fantastic, including the jet bikes. Custodian Guard came out to sit here and start dealing with some Scarabs. The Shield Captain on his Aquilus Relic jet bike has come out, as have these Custodians here. The Virtus Praetors have got into nice charging range over here of the Destroyers. The Alaris Custodians have appeared in this very nice little spot they just managed to fit into here, which is just outside of 9 inches of all the models, which is just perfect. And gives them just enough room to try and charge the Destroyers in a minute. And my Eternal Penitent Dreadnought over here has got a similar move. He's turning up over here as well. So, this turn it's going to be more fun than the last turn.
We hope so.
I hope so.
First unit to shoot is going to be the Alarus Terminators here.
Yes, indeed. Now,
and they're going to be targeting the Scarabs.
They are.
And you were hoping for a bit of blast action, but because I've taken 5 bases rather than 6, it negates that.
It's upset me greatly, if I'm brutally honest
upset
with
you? I'm really sorry, man.
It's like you don't care sometimes.
Not sorry.
That's what it feels like.
Not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Going to start with their Custodian axes, which are in rapid fire range. Essentially, everyone's got the equivalent of like an Artificer Bolter, very fancy stuff. All damage 2 weapons. So they're all at 2+ to hit.
You've done well.
Pretty statistical.
You've done well.
That's 5 right there. It is Strength 4 and against
Toughness 3.
Toughness 3, so it's 3+ to wound.
Pesky Scarabs.
That's what you want to see. 4 wounds, and it's -1 each. I think Scarabs are only 6+.
They are 6+ save, so that will remove
that's 8
1 base.
Damage.
Oh, 8 damage.
Because that's 2 damage per shot. So that's 2 bases stripped away. That's not bad, and that's before they fire their grenade launchers.
Oh. Next up is their grenade launchers.
Yes, indeed, the Ballistus grenade launcher. So 12-inch range, assault D3. So D3 shots from each of them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 shots with the grenade launcher.
No, it's not so hot.
Not amazing, but it's all right. 2+ to hit. That, on the other hand, is not so hot.
That's all the ones.
That's not good.
So just 1, is it?
Just 1 goes through, which is not what I need because they're D3 wounds each, so there's no chance of wiping out another base, unfortunately.
Okay.
It's 3+ to wound because it's strength 4. It wounds, and it's DR4 D3 wounds, which will be 2 wounds to another base.
Okay.
So 1 base is down to 2 wounds, and now you've got a chance for that's the end of shooting via the. Is that base okay?
I'm going to put it on the edge one, and I'm actually going to change the ones that I've taken away because I've stupidly removed them from the objective. So I did naturally rejig some of the ones that I lost. So the guy on the edge is on 2 wounds. I've got 2 bases to reanimate with, looking for 5s. Oh, we've done it! We've done it! We've got one base back.
And 1 base didn't make it, but nearly. So 1 base back, that is very nice. Good
and
shooting.
I get to reanimate a little bit closer
Oh, for
to...
heaven's sake.
Or maybe I should put them... I'll put him here.
Okay.
Because I want to reduce... Actually, no, I'll put him here because I want to reduce your charge range. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that.
That's pretty damn
Can't
good.
keep a good scarab down, they say. Bikes are shooting next, are they not?
They are.
And what are you going to target with said bikes?
With
What
my
is the most
hurricane bolters
worthy,
in rapid fire range.
the most worthy enemy?
Most worthy enemy,
Scarabs.
the Scarabs.
Yeah,
Who
'cause
doesn't
the
have a
Emperor,
Scarab?
the Emperor doesn't play for glory, he just wants to win.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Firing at a rapid fire range into these Scarabs. They are 2+ to hit, re-rolling 1s because the shield captain is next to them. So re-roll.
Here come the re-rolls of 1s.
That's not bad. 35 hits out of 36
That'll
shots.
do you. 3 pluses to wound with the hurricane bolters.
With a lot of 1s and 2s.
A whole load of wounds go through on the scarabs, but they do have a 6+ save.
They do.
Let's
I
see what we
believe.
can
I
do.
believe.
Oh lord. Oh lord.
Things aren't looking good. I'm going to grind that to 6
I think that's
as well.
them all white. Please hoover up the scarabs. They've done their job. Yeah, go on.
Me clean.
Mr. Scarab, no here.
Captain Commander.
Very cool.
Bah.
Very cool job title.
Yeah, I
And he's
think
targeting the destroyers, presumably.
Still worried about those other Scarabs, but I think it's going to have to be. He might finish off that Scarab swarm. Give me a second to think about
Alright, you have a little think. We'll
it. I'll
come
have a
back
little
to you.
think. I'll have a little think.
We've chosen to attack the scarabs.
We have.
Because it is an objective game.
It is, and I've already let you take the objectives to start with, so I better
Yeah.
start doing something about it at this point. He has, it's heavy D3 3 shots. He's firing a flak burst missile from his salvo launcher into the Scarabs over there. So it's heavy D3 number of shots, just the 1. It's 2+ to hit, but re-rolling because it's an old codex. He still gets to
Yeah.
re-roll his own shots and
Nice.
wounds and stuff. Shots, actually. It hits. It's strength 7, so 2+ to wound. 2
Twos,
plus
yeah.
to wound. 2s to wound. That's a wound. And it's D3 wounds, and you've got
Yeah,
2
there's a
wounds
base
left.
for 2 wounds, so,
So
you
I could do
look
with a 3, 4, 5, or 6 really here. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
But you've got a chance to reanimate now. If you want to take his
Yeah,
4
I
dice
will.
for you.
I will try.
Kill.
Oh, no.
It's a good try, but no.
That's a shame. Well done, you killed something. Woo! The Contemptor is going to target the destroyers.
He is.
Larnick. Let's see what happens.
Heavy 2d6 shots.
What gun has he got?
It's like basically a big flamer attached to his sword.
So 6 shots.
It's pretty standard.
A
Pretty standard.
flaming sword, very Emperor-esque, is it not?
Well, what can I say? From Golden Light they come.
Oh, steady on.
Oh.
Don't Google that, kid.
I'd say, never seen Custodes adult material before.
I have. That's why I was
We
late.
both have. It's sorry, it's auto hits because it's a flamer essentially. So it's strength 6, and I believe they're toughness
5, yeah. Oh.
3's to wound. 3 wounds go through, and it's -1 on each. I believe they're 3+ saves, so 4
looking for
pluses.
4s. Oh, I've saved.
Just 1 wound.
Yeah, so one of them, we'll take the rearmost one,
Rearmost
is
one.
down to 2 wounds.
Received. Finally, the 3 custodians over here are going to fire their weapons as well into the Scarab bases.
I think that's wisdom.
I think the front guy, is that within? Yes, so 2 of them will be in rapid fire range, 1 of them won't be.
Sure.
So it'll be 5 shots between them. And, they are actually, that's useful. They're within the range of the captain on his jet bike.
Providing he's buffing aura.
Totally knew I was doing that.
Yes.
Definitely meant to do that.
That wasn't my accent at all.
It is 2+ to hit re-rolling because of the captain.
Treat yourself to a reroll.
I think I will.
There you go.
I think I will. Strength 4, so it's 3 pluses to wound. And it's -1 and 2 damage each again. So that is 1
2,
dead base, 2 dead base, and 1 base on 2 wounds remaining. Now, sense would say I'd charge and get rid of that last Scarab.
It's a long charge for both units,
It's
actually,
a very
isn't it?
long charge, but I mean, I'm so scared of your destroyers. The destroyers have to be the target of my attacks. They have to be.
Well, they have to eradicate all life on the planet. So they've started with the plankton and fish, and now they're going for the custodians.
They're working their way up.
Yeah, so what's going to happen?
I think
It's all down to the scarabs, is it not?
it is. Well, I'll tell you right now, this is exciting because it's the charge phase, but I'm going to spend another 2 command points.
Oh.
In fact, I didn't spend any command points yet, so I'm going to, in fact, now spend 2 command points, having not spent any yet. So this is, I've been looking forward to trying this one. So this is the Golden Light of the Morades, which is, so the Dread Host, which is what the shield company these guys are from.
Yeah.
They have special ships, and their teleportation systems are so advanced they can literally start a run on the ship and be teleported while in full charge.
That's fantastic.
So they literally, it's so custodian.
That's
it's so good. So their charge is 3d6. I think it's discard the lowest, but nonetheless, and it's 1 command point for 1 unit or 2 command points for up to 3. And I've had 2 units teleport in, so I'm going to do both the custodians and the dreadnought. Be 3 dice to get in.
So which one are you rolling for first?
That is a very good question. Let's do the dreadnought first of all. And
are you feeling lucky?
I'm feeling very lucky, well, especially because he has Eternal Penitent, which means he also gets to re-roll his charge rolls. So if I don't make it, it's a 9-inch charge. I think I really want to make this. Let's see
if the dice gods are with you.
They are. That's lovely. That's easy. Straight in there.
55-inch charge. That's impressive.
There we go. Next will be the captain on his jet bike. He also, with his, because it's a relic jet bike, he's within. He needs an 8 to get.
It's been in the garage for 10,000 years, so it should be fairly tuned up.
The mechanics were extremely lying, and they just kept saying, "It'll be ready next week. It'll be ready next week," but it's ready now.
Let's see some hot charging action.
And it's a relic jet bike, and it re-rolls charges. So it's an 8 he needs. He's going to need to do the re-roll.
Oh la la!
Can he make it in? Can he make it? Oh no! Oh. Relic jet bike does whiff all. That's poor.
That hasn't been doing much leg day. He's been in the growing room for far too long.
And the Vertus Praetors will also be charging in. I'd suggest they're going to be it'll be 6 inches, 6 to get within charge distance. I don't think they've got a re-roll. Well, they work it out by themselves, don't they?
That's worked out nicely.
That's worked out very nicely. So we'll start scatting around here to make sure you can't start moving up anywhere else, but possibly...
The jet bikes have made it into combat over here, contesting that objective at the moment.
Definitely.
Now, what other charges are we looking at?
We've got the custodians. I'll do them quickly, and then finally the Terminators, who are also at a full run by the time they left the Moirades ship.
Sure.
It's a 10-inch charge for them to get there. This is a very lucky, just an attempt to get rid of that last Scarab base.
Oh, snake eyes!
They're happy!
Hell Hydra!
They don't need to go anywhere.
Yeah, they didn't fancy it.
And then finally, I'll do the last charge as well. It's the Terminators. So they have 3d6, choose the 2 highest, because they're at full run by the time they go into the charge, and they're charging this Destroyer Squad down here.
That's such a cool rule. I didn't know that, and it's really thematic.
I just love it. That's why I love the idea of the Dread host.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not enough, is it?
So there is a CP spend, because he's going to try and make this charge. We're going to re-roll it.
I've got to. So I've spent...
Too much is at stake for the Emperor!
For the Emperor!
Come on, what are we looking for?
10, that's what we're looking for.
Oh,
there you go. That's 3 CP in the end, well spent. That's the Terminators into the Destroyers here.
What did we forget to do?
What did we forget? I forgot. I have to roll. He's got Strategic Mastermind, I believe it is. This is Captain Wing Commander trait, something like that. He's basically very impressive. I can roll to get my CP back, essentially. And it's on a 5+. So that last one cost me 2 CP to use the Golden Light of the Moirades. So on a 5+, with either one, I get a CP back. That's lovely. So I'll put him back on to 2. I've got 2 CP remaining, and now it's the fight phase.
The Custodes bikes are going to be slaughtering Necrons, are they not?
Damn right, they are. It's
true.
Right,
let's see how it goes. What are we going with first?
Well, first of all, we've done the pile-in move, so everyone's got themselves a little bit closer to everyone else, because that's what we do in the fight phase.
Yeah.
But they've also made sure the Vertus Praetors are staying within 6 inches, of the Captain Command.
Yes.
So first things first, we'll do the Vertus Praetors. I think those will be the best ones to fight with first, because they've got the funky lances that are really fancy. So each one of them has got, is 4 attacks. They are 2+ to hit, re-rolling ones because of the captain, and they will re-roll wounds because they've charged, and that's what their spears do. So they are good on the charge.
Yeah.
So 2+ to hit, re-rolling. I'm glad that's...
Yeah, there's a couple of ones there.
Yeah, this is...
Oh, all but one hit. Not a full house yet, is there?
Not yet, but they are... It's a strength 6, which is...
toughness 5.
So 3+ to wound. Re-rolling because that's what they get on the charge. So they're very good on the charge, which is why I was so careful in that first phase.
Absolutely.
Down, those all failed. So that leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds, and they are -3. Ooh. So it leaves you with a 6+
six saves. 6s. Oh, we got 1, but
save 1, but they are D3 wounds each.
Oh la la!
Oh, loud!
Careful, because there's a guy there already on 2 wounds, so roll them individually.
I will indeed. So that
that's
first
him
guy's
gone,
dead.
So we'll remove him from play.
So that was him at the back there.
And then
Next, I should remember one of these predators is on 2 wounds, isn't he? Because you took off.
That's right. Shot him with my gauze.
That's right.
Blasters.
Gauze blaster thing.
Next one.
2 wounds on another one because there's 3 wounds each, isn't it? That one's dead.
Yeah, that kills him. Yeah,
another one's dead.
Okay.
That one there.
Because I need my Technomancer to do his thing. Hopefully.
Those 2 down. 3 more dice. 2 wounds. The next one's dead.
Yeah.
Which way? You're a dangerous man.
I know. I'm gonna.
I think you might regret that when my Terminator hits you in a minute.
Well, let's see how it goes.
All right.
I'm not very technically minded. I'll probably learn the hard way.
Another one dies.
Oh, good. In that case, I will take that one.
That one there.
Yeah.
I think that's very sensible because that now leaves you. My
Yeah,
dreadnought.
you made the decision for me by killing my models.
I like to help. So that means so that's their combat obviously done. However, he's not going to be able to fight now because obviously he's out of combat.
Yeah, sure. So rolling to reanimate the destroyers. How many have I got? 12 dice? Because I lost
12 dice. You lost 4.
Yeah, here
3
we go.
wounds apiece.
Oh, I think I've got a couple back in it, or one back at least.
1 back. Oh, only the 1 back. You didn't quite roll enough.
I can't command point, so I get 1 back. So he comes back to there. So you're going to have a little command point spent for the next attack.
Yeah, I've got my last command point to use. That's my last command point gone for this turn, but I'm spending it for the Custodian Terminators on Castellan Strike, which means they're power axes, which are already -2 got up to -3 AP.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
I think that's going to be...
Just show you here, with the casualty removal, it meant the Dreadnought is no longer in engagement range and can't do his thing.
I know, I'm so disappointed.
Yes, indeed.
He was going to do so many great things. I was so proud of him.
Indeed.
Never mind.
Will you cut down some more destroyers on the left?
Let's find out. It's 2 pluses to hit for the Castellans. No re-rolls this time. So 2 miss, that's about statistical.
Yeah.
It's exactly statistical. It is with their strength 5, it's up to strength 8, but your toughness 5 anyway, so it's 3 pluses to wound.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is not that good.
Oh, that's not that good, is it?
That's 5 go through, but they are -3 each, so it's 6 is saves and then D3 wounds each.
Oh, hello!
It's completely unacceptable.
Have you ever known the like?
When did you start rolling well?
Necrons, my time is now.
Beautiful. So D3 wounds caused... 2 wounds caused to 1, so 1's down to 1 wound. Not that great. Not as good as over on the other side.
No, not at all.
Wow, that's a much worse.
The end of Custodes turn 2.
It is.
Now, there weren't any primary scoring, was there?
There weren't, because I wasn't on those objectives at the start, and I've made a boo-boo. I've realised...
Yeah, a little tactical area that we've just discussed for engaging all fronts. Now, a unit has to be wholly within the table quarter in order to claim it.
So I've been I've been clever in terms of putting my Custodes across the line here. But of course the unit...
where the objective is represents halfway across the board.
Should have explained.
Yeah.
And of course the unit's not wholly within that section.
Yeah.
So in fact, I've left myself
so you
unable
have
to
got
get
one
engaged.
unit here. You have one unit there. Had you maybe held back a bit there, but then you wouldn't have maybe got some of the shots off that you did. So
Very true. Very
who
true.
knows? Primary scoring. I'm holding 1 down here with the Scarab base on his own. I'm still holding 1 in the middle there, and I'm holding, as we've got boots on the ground, objective secured. I've got 3 Necron destroyers, thanks to the Technomancer bringing 1 back, which is incredible.
That is so good.
Yeah,
The Necrons,
and with
that's such an
and my reanimation protocol coming back brought the other one back in the previous turn. There's an embarrassment of riches of Necrons for once on that side of the board. In terms of movement phase, the Technomancer then came over to this group over here, and he brought all the wounds back on the wounded destroyer over here. Down here, the destroyers have pulled away from the Adeptus Custodian Terminators. This destroyer came over here to try and get a line of sight on this guy over here.
nasty.
If I can't finish that lot off there. And a little bit of movement just with my Overlord on a command barge looking to get stuck in over there.
And the other locusts come on.
Yeah, he's come over there because, again, the obsec rule, I don't want to risk losing my own objective. So in turn 2, we're taking on the protocol of the Conquering Tyrant. Now, I've fallen back with my unit of destroyers here. But this protocol, Directive 2, says I'm eligible to make a ranged attack. but I'll be subtracting 1 from my hit rolls.
But it's +1 thanks to my will be done anyway.
Yeah, my will be done mitigates some of that.
Well, it's all of it, because therefore you're back to normal ballistic skill, aren't you? Back to 3+ to hit, which is monstrous.
It is
I thought I'd
monstrous.
locked you up, but no. No.
There's a little bit of tactical flexibility. A lot of people, I always forget the command protocols.
Yeah.
But such as it is, here we are, and it's actually quite tactically beneficial. I'm going to play, first of all, I'm going to play 2 CP for extermination protocols.
Takes you down to 2 CP.
Yeah, I've got 2 left. It's a tight game. I was looking at disintegration capacitors as well, which would have made 6 is automatically wound. But I get to re-roll wounds with extermination.
You do.
And let's just see what happens. 15 shots against the Terminators here. Hitting on 3s. Now, hardwired for destruction. Get to re-roll those 1s. Oh, there's another 2. That'll teach me. To wounds will be 3s. Strength 6.
Strength 6, toughness 5, yes.
Re-rolling all wounds. Of which there are loads.
No, don't re-roll them. I'm happy with that. It's nice.
Oh dear, look at that.
4 go cleanly through. Well, good thing you played that. That was 2 CP well spent, wasn't it? Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah, I've done all right there.
That's ridiculous. Oh,
that is 2 CP,
beautiful.
gaining me another load of wounds. So, that many saves at minus, what is it, -3?
-3, I believe. So I should be a normal 2+ save. However, I've got 4+ invulnerable. So 4+ invulns.
No, you've done all right with the invulns.
That's not too bad. It's not too bad. That's 5 go through, and each of those is D3 wounds.
I believe they're D3 wounds.
Roll them 1 at a time, because I need to. There's 4 wounds per custodian. Now don't roll at that. So one's dead.
One's dead.
One's dead.
2 are dead.
And what's the last?
And 2 wounds off the last one.
Nice, very good.
I am quite happy with it. I'm not going to lie, Nick. The dice are with me today.
It's not gone well so far.
Next up to fire is going to be this heavy Locust Destroyer. He's going to target the jet bikes over here.
Indeed.
I'm hitting on a 3.
A 3, re-rolling 1 for hardwire for destruction.
He hits.
Nice.
I will play the auto wound strat. Techno auricular targeting.
How many CP is that?
1 CP.
Nice.
Techno auricular targeting. I used to use it on Doomsday Arcs all the time. But this one just guarantees going popping it basically, while doing a wound.
Nice.
Because I can't roll for toffee normally, but today I quite fancy my chances. So it's automatically gone through. It's strength,
does.
something stupid, 10 I think. So you've got a 4+ invulnerable save to make for the jet bike.
I do. Here we go. I've got no rerolls,
really
no
winding up.
CP. Oh yes! That's what we want.
Yeah,
finally a good roll.
I've wasted a CP there, so the jet bike stays alive. Now the 3 destroyers are going to target the bikes as well. I am hitting on 2s because of my will be done.
And re-rolling 1s because of hardwire for destruction.
Of which there is 1.
And it is 3+ to wound, I believe, against the oh no, toughness 6. Oh, I haven't forgotten that.
4s to wound.
Yeah, 4s to wound. I hope I haven't forgotten that elsewhere.
Oh, let's find out. So it's not as many.
No, it's
1,
taken
2,
a few
3.
away. That 3 has
So
helped.
5 have gone through.
5 gone through, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's still -3, isn't it, I believe? So it's down there, 4+ invulnerable. I think I might lose a couple of bikes.
Well, let's find out.
That's fine. So 1, 2 have gone through, and I think they're D3 wounds apiece.
Yeah, but 2, so...
That killed the first one.
Killed that one, and then this one
Done another 2 wounds.
does another 2 wounds. Happy. Next up to fire is going to be this heavy Locust Destroyer, targeting the Custodes. Holding the objective
guard.
Hitting on a 3.
Hits.
Hits.
Strength 10 against toughness 5, I believe, so it's a 2+ to wound. It's
Oh,
a
he
wound.
scrapes it. He scrapes it.
And it is a...
Invuln save.
Yeah, 4+ invulnerable save, otherwise I think he's dead. Oh, that's
so
one
he's-
dead. That's one dead.
he's
'Cause
burst one
I
in
think
the
it's
Swede.
It is D3 + 3, isn't it? Wounds, I think, with a heavy destroyer's gauss. Oh, 3D3! Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
I think I can safely confirm.
He's been vaporized.
Ah!
So first of all, the Overlord, the Ketagome command barge, is going to be looking to kill the last Custodes Terminator. He has the Voltaic staff as his relic, hitting on 2s, but 6s automatically
Give you two
extra hits. There's no 6s, but there are 3 hits.
That's nice. It's strength 6, and I believe I'm toughness 5
Toughness
still
5,
with
so
the...
looking for 3s to
Yeah,
wound.
rolled.
Yeah, 3 wounds.
Yep. and it's -2, I believe, which puts me back to my normal 4+ save.
4+ save for the last Terminator. Oh, 2 have gone through.
And that's what it took. Who's on 2 wounds?
2 wounds. Is there any?
I don't think there's. I've got no command points to re-roll.
He is brown bread, old son. Brown bread. See you later.
And that has done you very well because that's taken away 5 command points from me because I had while we stand we fight, and that was one of the units. So there you go. It's taken away. That's good. That's good.
So at the end of Necron's turn 2, I get lines of demarcation.
Yep. Which you've got the 2 objectives.
Yeah,
the
so
2
I get
ones.
the 2 victory points there. Unfortunately, I was crushed off of this one, which was I was never going to get that anyway. So, and I have treasures of the Aeons.
Because you have 2 of
I control 2 of the 3 elected ones.
Yeah, sorry, it's that one, that one, and that one, and you've got 2 of them. So yes, you've got that.
Putting you on a very solid 29, but officially 39 victory points because you've also got a fully painted army. So I've got 10 victory points at this point. Related to not to my prowess. So it's what, 39-10?
39-10 officially.
Yeah. All right. Going into Custodes turn
3. Go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
Which is pretty much how we roll a lot of the time. So round 3, I'm going to have to try and be a lot more daring because I had, rightly or wrongly, I did not feel like I could do enough movement in that first phase, and movement is so critical here. So
absolutely,
I'm moving big now. The Custodes, saying that, haven't gone very far. They're still in guard, but they have made sure they're in this table quarter. They've pushed.
That's right, and you get the 5 in your command phase. The 5 victory points for your home objective.
Exactly, for that home objective. I got that. That was the only one I actually held.
Yeah.
The shield captain has come up. I'm actually going to move them slightly. I've moved them slightly to make sure they're actually meant to get them within 6 inches of each other.
Sure.
So I'm going to move them around in a second.
Yeah, we'll do that.
But essentially, the Versa Praetors are coming over this side, the Dreadnoughts come over this side, and they're all going to be next to the shield captain who's in the middle, and everyone's going to start shooting at stuff.
He looks epic in the middle.
Thank you.
And no, I'm not going to use that as a target. The spear in the sky.
Because we're not that game, you know.
We ain't about that game.
We're not like that.
We ain't all about
That's not how we
so
roll.
What's next to do?
It's going to be some shooting. I'm going to move these around first of all so everyone can see they're actually, make sure everyone's within 6 inches of the shield captain, and that's the position that everyone's going to be. So I'll move it back in a second.
Awesome. First unit shooting is going to be the Custodes over here, targeting worthy prey in the scarabs.
4 shots, they're both just within rapid fire range. So it is 2 pluses to hit. Definitely, that's nice, that's good.
Yeah.
3 pluses to wound. I do need at least 2 of these to go through, it's essential. And I've got 2 CP left now. 2 have gone through. Very fortunate.
So is that them gone?
That's them gone, because that's 4 wounds done, so the scarabs are off that.
Are they AP? Yeah.
Yes, AP minus 1.
Fine.
Yes, for the custodian.
No doctrines for them boys.
No, not for those boys
yet.
today. No.
Next up is going to be the beefy Contemptor.
The Galatus is coming in, so he fires. Galatus. It's 2d6 number of shots into the destroyers in front of him. So, yeah, it's going to be destroyers in front of him. That's fine. 6 shots. Once again, I think it's exactly the same number as it was last time. Strength 6 auto hits because it's a flamer weapon. So it's 3 pluses to wound.
That's alright.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
That's alright.
4 wounds. 4 wounds go through and minus 1. So it's 4 plus saves, I believe. Wow.
Bro.
You're rolling hot today. Nice.
Here we go. The Custodes jet bikes attacking now. Who are we attacking?
They are firing. They are doing Victors of Blood games for 1 CP. So every single one of their Hurricane Bolt shots. There's 24 shots going into the destroyers here. They're re-rolling ones first of all because they're close to the shield captain within 6 inches, and 6s to hit automatically wound as well. Because
keep an eye out for the hot 6s.
Because you need to get a few of these destroyers dead, frankly. So 2 pluses to hit, re-rolling ones for the shield captain, and 6s. That's some nice 6s. That's already.
Oh, there's a few.
There's a few. And of course, I can re-roll. There's only 2 1s in there, so let's see if any more 6s there. No, no more. Just that one away. But still, so 4 wounds already. The rest of them are strength 4, and I believe your toughness 5.
That's right.
So it's going to be 5s to wound.
5s to wound, Nick.
Lots of. Oh, now I roll the 6s, don't I?
Yeah, here they come. There's a few more in there.
That's not bad. That's not bad. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 3 plus saves, please.
So I've lost 1 wound, 2 wounds, 3 wounds. I lose a destroyer.
But you can, so you can try to immediately try and reanimate if you want. There's 3. You've got 3 dice.
These 3 reanimating. Negative.
Just for a second.
Worth a go. I will take that one there.
Love it.
You might extend the charge slightly. Next up is going to be the captain.
It is.
Who's he targeting?
The captain over here is going to be targeting... It's a very good question. I think for the time being, it's going to have to be the... so many options. The Locust Heavy Destroyer at the back.
Okay.
Just to be different. He's firing a melter missile at him because he has the option of either a flat missile or a melter missile. It's 2+ to hit re-rolling because he re-rolls and apparently
It's a solid hit.
It's a solid hit. And it's a strength 8 weapon, so 3+ to wound. It's a solid wound!
How many 6s do you want now?
That's enough.
That's
enough for now.
That's your lot, isn't it?
It's -4, so I don't think you're going to get a save.
No.
And it's D6 wounds, and you've got 4 wounds on that guy. I'd like another one of those 6s, please. Now that's how I should have been rolling this whole time.
3 in a row.
There we go. Bye-bye, Heavy Destroyer.
It's a hat trick of death.
The Shield Captain is a bit embarrassed about failing all his charges on that first turn, so he's trying to make up for it now, and I appreciate
to
that.
the general. So the Galatis makes an auto charge straight into the destroyers.
Also making sure he's within, wholly within this table quarter, so make sure we're covering one there.
Yeah.
The... now this is...
I can see smoke coming out your ears.
Yeah, because I thought I was going to be really clever and make sure these two stayed nice and into a table quarter when you had a destroyer in front of me here, but now he's gone. I think I'm going to be sacrificing engage on all fronts, unfortunately.
What, in favour of attacking the destroyers?
In favour of trying to wipe out the destroyers.
Oh la la.
Oh la la. I think it's going to have to be at this rate. Because... Oh, you can't... Next turn you haven't got your protocol. You can't...
No.
Withdraw.
No,
and
I can't.
shoot
So
again.
if you tag them in combat, then that's their shooting done, essentially. It's a one-trick pony.
One-trick pony. I like that. Love a one-trick pony.
Yeah. Now, after some vicious debate, the Shield Captain on a bike is going to charge the CCB.
A decision has been reached.
Is it reckless or brave? I think it's both, because obviously Slay the Warlord is one of my secondaries, but also it's all about how cool this is going to be.
This is it. I'm supposed to charge these destroyers down here, but do you know what? The idea of our warlords facing off is so cool.
Yeah, it is too cool.
It's what's
too
made
cool
to happen in the
ignore.
Warzone. It's an 8-inch charge, and he re-rolls because he's got the relic bike. Oh,
8-inch
if I fail this charge, I'm going to be so angry at myself.
Have
But
you got CP to re-roll it?
I've got one, but he's already got the re-roll.
Oh, you can't re-roll a re-roll.
Can't re-roll a re-roll.
Can't re-roll a re-roll.
Re-roll.
Let's go. Big 8 coming up. I can feel it in my waters. It's not done it. You got to use the re-roll. I'll swap those dice out.
This is going to be really upsetting.
Come on. 5, 6, 7. Oh, he's
I think
just
it's
shy.
missed. Has he
He's
missed
just
it, or is it-
shy.
Oh, hang on, is it within one? Get to within 1 inch? Oh no, it's in.
No, it isn't. No,
It's in.
you didn't measure
I
right.
measured it wrongly.
You didn't
Sorry.
measure, you idiot.
I'm so glad I checked again. I looked at it going, that was a terrible mistake, but
So
I
the Shield
just
Captain
made it.
makes it in. No, fair one. We measured it wrong.
That's
So
our mistake.
a 7 was required, and he's in.
He's just within 1 inch.
Oh, hello, Sal. There's a game on.
I'm glad you have the freaking within 1 inch of your base. Thank
And
God for that.
you've inserted yourself inside me.
Oh,
Nice.
and then we played a game of Warhammer.
Look how phallic, look how phallic the jet bike is against
I hadn't even considered that.
my welcoming womb of the crest shape.
Enveloping. And now the jet bikes are going to try and go down against these destroyers.
Oh, so it's
here.
a little bit of coordinated stunt
Yeah.
firing.
So this would be the re-roll CP, I think, with a 6. Is that enough?
I'd say so.
Probably should have checked.
I'd
Yeah,
say
that's in. Oh,
So you've tagged all my good guns.
I have.
All my good guns are tagged. That will show me for forgetting to fire with the Catacomb Command Barge. Not that it would have done much against those tough boys. Our charges have all been made. The Shield Captain did have to pivot a little bit to let the boys through here.
With his piling, but he had the movement with the piling.
Yeah,
It's
which
okay,
is
and
awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go.
now let's do it. Start with the Galatus down here. So he has the Galatus
Galatus.
Warblade. So this is funky. So he has 5 attacks base. He is the Eternally Penitent because he voluntarily got in there because he screwed up in some way. He's not happy. He didn't do well. So he's voluntarily taken himself in the Dreadnought. So he gets an extra
He
attack
blinked once in the throne room.
while looking at the Emperor for 10
Indeed.
years. So that's 6 dice already. And then you get D3 extra attacks for having the sword. That's why you take the sword. Excellent.
Wow.
So that's 9 attacks. So this is a solid
Wowee.
weapon. He doesn't get any re-rolls, but it's 2 pluses to hit against the destroyers.
Oh,
3 1s.
that's still a lot.
Strength user, which is strength 7, so 3 pluses to wound. I needed that.
Yeah, that's solid.
And then it's -3, and each hit is 3 damage. So
I've got to do some saving.
You've got to do that ridiculous 6+,
There
all
we
those
go.
sixes
So
again.
I need 6s. One
Not
is
enough.
saved, but they're all gone.
They're all gone.
Wow.
The Galatus did
Wow.
so. That's right, with Eternally
You must be
Penitent.
happy with that.
He's very penitent.
The jet bikes attacking now.
Consolidate. They are. Jet bikes, it's 8 attacks in total. 2+ to hit re-rolling ones because they're next to the shield captain. Solid.
A full house.
A full house, sir. And it is strength 7. So 3+ to wound against your toughness of 5.
Toughness 5 on the destroyer.
3 to wound. And re-rolling wounds on the charge.
Oh,
Because they've got spears.
That's their cool rule, isn't it?
That's their cool rule. That's good. That's very good. That's 7 wounds. And then -3, so you've got 6s you need.
Oh, God. No,
One,
we've got
6.
1, but
So now it's each of those is D3. So this could be critical because depending
Yes.
if I get you, we'll do one at a time.
this is where
1 wound. That's 1 dead.
1 dead yet.
So 1 dead at the back. So that's 1
We'll take
dead.
it off in a minute, yeah.
Yep. That's 1 dead.
Oh no. Oh no!
Oh, 1 dead.
Oh no!
Oh
What's it gonna be?
no! He's gone! Oh, so close!
Is that the lot done?
That's it. That's
Oh,
it.
you
The lot came down to
scoundrel.
the last wound.
Brutal. And suddenly it opens up. With the final dice roll there of that attack, the destroyers are wiped clean.
That has been a very successful dice roll.
That was amazing. That's what they do. That's what I do.
That's what the custodians are supposed to do, rather than just die.
Alright, well, what's next? Now it's just going to be the shield captain. I don't have the CP to interject it.
Here we go. So I've got 1 left as well. I should point out. I had 1. I should have pointed out. Sorry, I got 1 back from using a stratagem. Oh, I've got to roll again. I used a stratagem a minute ago.
You did get 1 back.
I didn't get. I got 1 back from the previous turn. I don't get that 1 back.
Okay.
So that's been very useful. That little
So
stratagem.
now it's going to be El Capitano
El Capitano
against Stargall the Mighty.
Oh, it's
In
Captain
his-
Samus
in his-
against the.
Womb-shaped. Against the beef injection that is the jet bike.
I never thought it would come down to an anatomy lesson this game, but here we are. Oh Lord! Oh Lord!
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
5 attacks, 2+ to hit re-rolling ones because he inspires himself.
So inspired right now.
Oh, not that inspired. There we go. He's got 4 hits and he is at strength 6. And your Captain in Command Barge, I think it's with a 6.
Oh, that's right, because he's flying.
Forced to wound but re-rolling because he's got the spear. Oh, 2 go through.
It's quantum shielding, so only to wound 1s, 2s, and 3s are ignored.
Okay, well, that's the same. However, I still get to re-roll to wound with my spear.
Yeah.
So 1, 2s, and 3s are ignored. That's fine. So it's still 4+ to wound.
Yes, effectively, it's
Perfect.
It's
Yep,
trash
yep.
you and
Nice one. That's
Okay,
3
so-
wounds go through, and it is. Do you have like an invulnerable?
I believe I do. 5+ invulnerable for the command barge. None of them. So it's
Oh, so it's 3d3.
3. Oh, lordy, lordy.
3d3 wounds. Thank
You roll those, my old bean. See how many
You
wounds go
have
through.
9 wounds. So if I get 3 5s or 6s.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, what?
Oh my god!
Oh, Lord!
That secures you the objective as well, because if it was going to come down to boots on the ground, it would have been a draw. But now that is all yours, bruv. And suddenly, I've got 2 models left.
Right, because I'm going to now pile in towards the close enemy unit, which happens to be him, which will allow me, as long as I'm moving towards you, I can get onto that objective.
You get to move all over
I can get onto that objective. Oh, that is absolutely crazy.
I hate this game. At the end of Custodes, turn 3,
Yep.
a rancid lot of killing.
I'm still in absolute shock.
I cannot believe you've gone through my destroyers. This is where this size game didn't allow me to take the Chronomancer that I would have dearly needed to keep a unit alive with a 5+.
Absolutely.
So, oh la la.
That is
Lord. Lordy, lordy indeed.
Right. So at this point, I get for lines of demarcation, I get the 2 alpha objectives
Yeah,
over here. So I finally start getting some command points. I get 4 command points there. I only got 5 at the very beginning for 1 primary, so I get 4 now as well. And I've got engaged in all fronts. I've got 3 table quarters, so I think it's another 2 points. So that puts us up to 21 points to me, 39 to you.
Do you know what? And I've only got 2 models left on the board.
Which, as you've already said to me, you can, especially because you've got the Canoptic Cloak,
I'll show you what we're going to do.
Let's do it.
I've got ways of scoring, but I get nothing in terms of primary. So let's go on to Necrons turn 3. I've moved across here to get this objective. Nothing with the primaries, obviously, but with Treasures of the Aeons and with the mission secondary, which I chose, I will get the 2 victory points at the end of my turn.
For lines of demarcation and 3 points for Treasures of the Aeons.
So he's fired his shots, but did nothing. Couldn't hit a barn door. Hit 3 2s. Now, I do have Slay the Warlord as a secondary.
You do. This is a big ask.
It's a big, yeah. It's with a 3+ invuln, and he's hard as nails anyway.
5+ feel no pain.
But I've only got 2 models left on the board, and let's see what happens. So I'm going to fire the
Gauss Destructor.
Gauss Destructor at the captain there.
Okay.
It's 1 shot, isn't it?
1 shot, 3+ to hit, re-rolling once. Just don't roll a 2, Bill. Whatever happens, Bill.
I'm going to use my lucky dice.
It looks lucky.
Are you ready?
For Patrick.
It's a 3!
It hits!
Oh, God. I've used techno-oracular targeting to automatically wound the model.
Okay, you got down to 1 CP left. So you're automatically wounded, so it goes straight through.
10.
No, it's a 3+ invulnerable
so
save.
On a 1 or 2, I'm hoping that you die. It's worth a lot of points. Please roll a 1 or a 2. The game depends on it. It's not. It's
I'm sorry to tell you.
It's an absolute waste. Oh lordy. That one's over. So again, I'm not going to charge anything because I need to be alive to score my end of turn points. So that is the end of my turn 3.
So at the end of turn 3, it is 44 points to you and 21 points to me, which, you know, I've still got to do some work here, but I'm going to start picking up the primaries now. So this is where I need to start taking you away from them.
This game is swinging. Not like, yeah, there's enough about swinging.
Enough about that.
Primaries, Nick.
Primaries, we scored. We
10.
Had 10 points because we were on 2 of them, but we didn't score more than because you've obviously also got 2.
Yeah, because I've got OBSEC over there.
You hold this.
Yes.
The movement has been done, so we've got trying to make sure that the 4 units I have remaining are holding the 4 table quarters. So we've got Custodes in 1, jet bike, shield captain another, these jet bikes in this table quarter, and the dreadnoughts come round to do this table quarter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like a clock face.
Nicely played.
Thank you very much.
North, south, east, and west covered.
Oh,
now,
brilliant.
into the shooting.
The Galatus into your boy here, who we thought had an invulnerable save, and he absolutely does not.
No.
So it's 2d6 auto hits with his flamer thing. Every turn!
Yeah, getting 6
That's bizarre, every turn. The perfect average, that's what he is. He likes to think of himself as penitent, but very average.
Yeah.
Automatically hits strength 6, so 3 pluses to wound. 3 wounds go through, and it's -1 on each of those. So I think it's only a 4+ save, so it's probably just going to be 5+ saves on each of them.
Oh, only 1's gone through.
Nice.
You saved 2.
So he's got only 1 wound apiece, so that means he's got 3 wounds left, which, being that his weapon is a 3-wound weapon, that might help.
Yeah, so next up to shoot is going to be
your boy over here. Are they within rapid fire range? Is that rapid fire range? I think he is. He is not.
Okay, so 1 of them.
That's cool. So that's 18 shots in total. 2 pluses to hit. That's 16 hits. It is 5+ to wound with bolters against your heavy destroyer.
Yes, indeed.
Not just 4. Just 4 wounds there, and no minuses. So you're 3+ save, I believe.
Lost 1.
Only 1. I think they have 4 wounds each. Though heavy destroyers.
Might be 3. I don't know.
4 wounds. He's down to 3. So both he and the Chronomonster are down to 3 wounds each.
Melter missile, no less, coming in hot now.
Damn right. 2+ re-rolling to hit. Hits. Strength 8, so 3+ to wound. It wounds.
Nice.
And it's -4.
Oh, straight through then.
D6 damage. He's got 3 wounds left. Oh yeah!
Come on, reroll it. Come on, reroll it.
That's the second turn. He's fired a melter missile and wiped a Locust Heavy Destroyer off the board with it. He's good with his melter missile.
Everything is dead except the Technomancer.
Technomancer.
That's how we pronounce it here.
He's firing 2 shots. They're firing 2 shots at the Technomancer. 2 pluses to hit.
There's a silent R. Mancer.
Not a monster. Strength 4, toughness 4, 4+ to wound. Oh, it's a solid 2 wound.
You think you're giving it the bigger now.
And it's -1, so it's 2 5+ saves, and you need at least 1 of these for him to live.
No.
But Leonard didn't even get to hit him.
No, I'm gone. So please remove him from the board. And that is every model gone.
Right.
Now that the table has been cleared of Necrons, Nick.
No, it's just custard.
Yeah.
Lots of
so
custard.
we've theoried it out. Obviously, the game doesn't necessarily end now. My army is completely dead.
And you were well above me in points.
I was well
44
above,
points.
but we've worked it all out with all the secondaries in play. First of all, you would have scored turn 5 primaries again for another 15. Secondaries, you've got...
While we stand, we fight.
Yeah, for another 10.
Which is, two of them have survived, the Praetors and the Jet Bike.
2 lots of engage on all fronts,
Yep.
counted there, and 2 lots of holding...
Lines of demarcation.
The mission-specific one that we chose. Puts you on a massive 64?
65 points.
65
to your
points to 44. So it is an absolute turn up for the books. The Custodes win it, 65 to 44.
That turn 2 to turn 3 was spectacular. That was genuinely impressive.
Rank. Another brutal game in the Warzone, Nick. At turn 1, I thought I had it I thought I had it.
I really wasn't sure. I thought I made a horrible mistake because I know how important movement is, but I was lucky. I'm lucky to say it.
Yeah, I thought the destroyers perhaps had a Chronomancer as well, but I didn't have the points to fit it in. Maybe I could have dropped one of the locusts, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. Really enjoyed that game. I love 1,000 point games. If you've watched it to the end, thank you very much. If you'd only watched up to turn 2, I won. If you carried on watching, he won. Stick around, subscribe. If you don't subscribe, I'll find where you live. It's been a wonderful game. Stick around until next time for more Warzone Morloc 40k.
Thank you for joining us.